disclaimer before the video starts, I'm not a lawyer, so this is not gonna be an actual legal breakdown of the lawsuit, nor will it be a video defending Hoyo and its gacha systems. The video will just go over the main points presented in the lawsuit and how I think they will change the gacha space in the future. As you may know, Hoyoverse just settled the lawsuit filed by the US and has agreed to pay over $20 million for promoting prizes only attainable by loot boxes, essentially wishes, to teenagers and children under the age of 16. The lawsuit also went over how Hoyoverse uses multiple unfair business practices, such as misrepresenting the player's odds of obtaining a 5-star character and using multiple types of in-game currencies to mislead the players about the actual expenditure required to attain a 5-star. As I said before, this lawsuit was settled, meaning Hoyo agreed to change some things and also paid the fine. So how will this change the gacha space? Well, it's very simple to speculate and imagine, since the lawsuit stated what the problems were very clearly. And so here are some changes that I think make sense in the context of this lawsuit. So the most likely outcome that I can come up with is that on the US servers, players will in the future have the option to purchase wishes directly without having to convert from Genesis crystals to Primo gems to then be able to get wishes. This will solve the multiple currency problems that the lawsuit mentions. I think it goes without saying that US servers will also get an age verification system when purchasing anything. A big part of the lawsuit was players under 16 needing parental consent to be able to purchase stuff, so an age verification system will most likely be put in place for people in the US. Now again, the lawsuit also goes over the actual expenditure required to attain a 5-star, so in terms of misleading players into believing things are cheaper than they actually are, I think there is also gonna be a section in the store dedicated to showing the exact prices per wish people are going to pay when they buy Genesis crystals, if they are still gonna be a thing in the US store. I think the 50-50 system will also be a lot more clearly explained, since there was a passage mentioning that in the lawsuit as well. Now, going back to the whole age thing, whether the age verification system is gonna be an ID check or just a "Are you 18?" checkbox that we're all used to seeing, I guess we'll have to see. But chances are, if you are under the age of 18, I think it's gonna be a lot harder to purchase anything on Genshin. One thing I'm curious about is how this will affect services like Coda Shop, where people can purchase Primo gems for like different accounts. I guess it's something we'll have to wait and see, but that's gonna be interesting. So all of that being said and done, it is pretty clear that if you are not in the US, or if you are in the US and you are over the age of 16 or 18, I believe, nothing will really change for you. The only people that are gonna be affected by this are gonna be teenagers and kids who will need parental consent before they purchase something. Also really important, please do not fall prey to the fear mongering some people have been doing over this, saying Genshin will be banned just because TikTok was banned recently. That is not gonna be the case. Lawsuits like this are fairly common in the gaming industry. It happened before with different games. The only thing that's different this time is that it's a gacha game that we're talking about, and more specifically, it's a Hoyo game. So also gonna touch a bit on the fine subject, because this fine obviously doesn't technically affect Hoyo that much, because while $20 million is an insane amount of money, Hoyo has been basically printing mad stacks. Genshin's yearly earnings alone are estimated to be around like $1.5 to $1.9 billion, and again that's per year, and the development cost is estimated to be around $200 million. Now obviously all of these numbers must be taken with a grain of salt, since Hoyo is not a publicly traded company, therefore they do not publish their financials. But for the curious, I'll leave a post to a breakdown of Hoyo's revenue down below, so you can check that out whenever you want. It has a bunch of sources and stuff, and I think it's a good read. Hey, this is a side note from me during editing. Sorry if my voice sounds different, my throat is kind of fucked right now. But anyway, one thing I didn't mention was that Hoyo was also apparently caught in violation of the COPPA Act, which, as far as I understand it, it basically means that they were selling kids' data to advertisers, like lemonade on a hot day, which is not very nice, obviously. Also, really important news, we got a Discord community channel. Guys, you can join down in the description below if you want to be kept up to date with new uploads, streams, partake in giveaways, which, by the way, currently prepping a big one for when we reach 1,000 subs. Also, the winner from last video is Ribes99 or Reeps99, I'm not sure, but congrats. Join the server in the description to DM me for the prize. But yeah, this was basically it for today's video. Make sure to drop a like, a sub, and comment down below what you think of this lawsuit. Also, take care until next time, and remember, a 10 pull is $20. Do not fall prey to the predatory gacha systems. See ya!